Hi, and welcome to Evening Afterglow. Today I want to talk to you about the first part of James chapter 5, in fact verses 1 through 6, in which James, the Lord through James, exhorts ungodly rich people to stop being so ungodly with their wealth and their power. The passage describes people who were wealthy, who used their wealth to take advantage of other people. They didn't pay their workers enough, and they used their power to drag these people into courts, and they took control, and they used their power over people. And yet they themselves lived in luxury and self-indulgence. And when I was preparing this sermon for last Sunday night, I thought, I'm not sure my people are going to relate to this, because most of us don't think of ourselves as wealthy people. And certainly I hope we're not ungodly wealthy people. So how are we going to relate to this? But as I thought about the passage even more so, it struck me that, in fact, what we have here is a number of important issues related to these things. First, God is interested in justice. And we need to remember that. Just because we have the power doesn't mean we should misuse the power. To misuse the power is to sin against God. And God notices that. The Bible here in this passage says that these people who were suffering, they were working, but they weren't getting paid enough. They didn't have enough to eat. They prayed and cried out to God. And the Bible says God heard their prayer. God is watching. And so even if we have money and resources, even if we have positions of power and influence, we should use those as gifts from God to do what is right. And if we don't, God is going to call us into judgment for misusing what He's given to us. In fact, the text says that the time would come when all their wealth, all their assets, all their money, all the physical things that they enjoyed as wealthy people, they wouldn't be around anymore. They would be gone. They would rot. They would dissipate. But to emphasize the things that matter forever. Jesus taught us that in the Sermon on the Mount. He said, lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, not treasures on the earth. It's not that if one has money and has material things and has power and influence, that's sin. That's not what He's saying. He's saying it's wrong to put those things equal with or above true treasures, which are eternal things. So today I want us to think about the fact that whatever we have, whatever you have or I have, whether it's little or big, is a gift from God. And I think you and I should take the perspective that we are stewards of what God has given us. Let's take what He's given us and say, Lord, I want to serve You with what You've given to me in my life. I want to help others. I want to be a blessing to others. I want to be the servant of the Lord. And let me take what You've given me and let's go use it for good and for Your glory. And if we'll do that, God is very pleased, no matter how small we are or appear to be in our minds or in the minds of others. If we'll do what we can with what we've got for the glory of God, that's what God is looking for. I hope that's a blessing to you. I know it's instructive to me, and we all who love Him want to please Him, don't we? May the Lord bless you today. I'm glad you've joined us. I look forward to our every time we get together to talk about the Word. I'll look forward to seeing you next time on Evening Afterglow.